Mr. George, please
Yeah,
unmute yourself.
thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, Osho. I want to thank you for the opportunity. Just a quick one on the issue of the ritualist den that was discovered in Benin City, Ekewan Road precisely. Like we all know in this show, certainly we always want to take another twist, always, because I always see things differently. I personally, and then this is my personal view, in my own view, other people may have their own view. When we talk about ritualist, that place to me doesn't seem to be a ritualist kind of setting. If you take a very a careful look at those bodies, you will notice that those bodies they've been properly kept, so to say. Any place that you're dealing with ritualists, you're going to see human parts. The place is going to be smelling, as it were. You are not going to be having a full or a complete body like we saw in the case of Ekenwan Road, or in the case of this very one that we are taking a look at. I personally believe that is not a ritualist. There are other and conflicting and different reports and different things flying all over the internet. Some people are saying, no, it's not ritual and all of that. But I have a twist to it. There are things, if you go underground, there are things that met the eyes that is beyond what we all completely can see over the internet. First, there's a story that is out there that did mention that this very person that owns this place have another mortuary somewhere else, is actually operating that business whereby they get to keep people, or so to say, how do they call it, or what's the proper word for people that keep dead body? That's the business the man is into. So for me, I choose not to call it that it was actually a ritualist or it's all about ritualist. No, that's not the case. Take a careful look at the bodies. You'll get to see that they have been properly kept. It's not any settings that have to do with ritual. Yes, they may have one or two shrines or all of that. The man came out to say, well, that is what he believes in. That is his own religion. He serve all those juju. There's nobody in it that doesn't. You go to the traditional people, they have juju in their houses. That they have juju in their house, does that automatically confine them to be a ritualist? There are quite a number of people that still serve all these traditional, all these idol worshippers and all of that. Does that confide on them that they are ritualists? No. Of course, all of us know that's not the case. But come to think about it, and in my view, like I did mention before, that is not anything that have to do with anything concerning ritualist at all. Because first, you can't see that there was body parts. You cannot mention that the place was smelling, as it were. Look at the people that were entering there. Nobody could say, oh, this place is smelling or whatever. You couldn't hear on the background of the video anybody complain the place was smelling. Those bodies were properly kept. They've been kept properly for whatever. So I think that's my position in anything that
thank you so much,
Mr.
George, for your position and your thought as regards to the current discovery of Mummify's body. Be it as it may be, these people, some of these people went at large, and if they did went at large because of maybe fear factor, this makes people to think otherwise. Let me quickly bring in Mr. Christopher Abu on the current thought for the Edo State mummified place that was discovered. Please unmute yourself, Mr. Christopher, and your thought on it, please.
Hello, house. Good evening. Hi, everyone. I guess everyone is fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Osas, for what you are doing, and God will continue to strengthen you and for good. I totally disagree with Mr. George. I don't really know, how he's getting his own information. At least with what we saw that very day of what happened in Edo State is quite shocking, because I think that area, the next area close to that area is my brother's, where my brother has his own property. And if you can say that one is, the man's is a mortuary or things like that, who are the owners of the bodies? For you to just say that this that discovering is a mortuary. You know, the man said it's a mortuary. At least that is what they are turning it to be now. That he said is a mortuary. Who are the owners of the body? Who is he preserving those bodies for? So when we hear about such thing, we shouldn't be, surprised that this kind of thing happens in Nigeria. I'm going to think of it. This is an electionary period. And moreover, as I said, this is an electionary period, and you begin to see different kind of things happening. And when you see when the video was even exposed, you can see the man in question is even having a picture with a major general, and you can even see a charge is also, preserved on that. You see the way they are also arranged on, arranged. People have been, and even there is a recent one that is not even decayed, that is still a bit, still showing. So I don't really know what Mr. George is saying, that this is a mortuary or something like that. I disagree with that totally.
All right.
And this is just one in a million. They're saying that, yeah, such thing is like it's been discovered. Thank you very much, man. I just want to
thank you so much. That's very good. I like the position which Mr. Christopher is also standing. Also, at the same time, like the position of Mr. George. But this, in all, the Nigerian Police Edo Division will have to decide whatever it is, be it a mortuary or be it a ritualist zone. This has to be investigated, and this has to be the findings will be published to the people so we'll know. But my own question is just as regards to security wise, that those states should be properly secured and people should be very, very careful as they go about their daily job. Osaze, please unmute yourself and your take on it in 1 minute, please. Thank you so much, Osaze.
Good evening, viewers. What Mr. George says is judged correctly, but I totally agree to what Mr. Christopher said, because everything have everything already is under.
Osaze, please unmute yourself.
I said, good evening, sir. I said the day those bodies were recovered, there was a man also who that place is a mortuary. First of all, they were located at First Circular Road, where the owner of the apartment quit them to leave. They're now located to Kewan Road. Then there was a man also who deposited his mother at the same place as First Circular. The man, there was no money for the man to do this burial. Then, unfortunately, when the man has the money to do the burial, they now went to the place where he deposited the corpse of the mother at First Circular. Then when he went there to go there, they told them that they have already moved from there to Ekewan Road. Then the man now went down to Ekewan Road. Then I told him, okay, if your mother is here, because anybody that you deposit, you must have a receipt. That, yeah, you have a corpse here, which you deposit, and he wants to take it. Then I told him to go and bring your paper back. Go and bring the paper, the receipt, which they issued to you to know that you deposit your mom's cause. Then the guy now went back home. Then after the guy now found the receipt, went back to the mortuary before those incidents occur. Even said they even arrested another man again inside there, which is a driver, which wrote an application, application of a driver. For him to just go there and ask, okay, what about my application? The man also arrested. They did not even hear from him. So the issue of Nigeria security. We know that is what the Nigeria police are doing. He's just driving at Lagos. Just like the other one, is just like Nigeria. They just try to be a civilized. It's not civilized. Just like you say, if you have any information, give it to the police. So don't mind the police. When you give them information, they will also be the person that will meet the crime suspect. That this is the person that gave me information. That's exactly what happened in the end times house. The person that gave the information, after all, they locked the person up. After the prison was broken, the person now went to go and assassinate the person that gave the police the information.
Okay, thank you, Osaze, for your talk.
So you can see the country is.
All right, thank you so much, Osaze, for your take on it. So we have a lot to talk about. We're trying to bring every audience to participate in the discussion as it concerns Edo State and the security challenges, and also to know if it was a mummified body then or ritualist then, or either whatever it may be, is now left for the division, those state divisional police command to actually unravel it and let the public know. I know the inspector Chidi is also looking at it. We will get to the bottom of it as it comes to those state matter. We're going to move on from that quickly. We'll be looking at Wike as it may be, Wike as it may be. Now, we're going to be looking at Wike as it may be. This is Wike. I don't know if you can see Wike on my screen. Now, Wike has categorically said, he has categorically said that the state, PDP should not rely on the state to win election. PDP, meaning PDP still has their ongoing crisis. They still have their ongoing crisis because last week we had Wike trade at PDP that whoever wants to have heart attack or hypertension, let them have hypertension. But he has come out to also say that whosoever that wants to rely on the state is wasting time. Now, and also why he was addressing press men as regards to when he was actually commissioning the bridge. He said he is doing projects so that his state can retain, his PDP state can retain the seat. So that is why he is commissioning project. But he's also throwing shade and saying that nobody should rely on his state to win election. We all know the direction of Wike and who he is talking about. I know that's a direct word to article. And as regards to that, we believe that it's time for PDP to try as much as possible to reconcile their differences, to try as much as possible to bring a permanent solution to whatever they may be facing. I haven't said this as Wike have said, nobody should rely on his state to win an election. We believe that Wike is a valid party man. Like he has always said, he is a valid party man. And also he has said categorically that he will do everything to ensure that his party comes out. But you never can tell. Politicians these days are neither here or there, but some of them are very, very, I'll use the word flirtatious as it comes to political seasons. And also saying that, we'll move to the next one, still on the People Democratic Party. I don't know if you can see on your screen, if you can see on your screen, which I'm going to be showing you now. Now, Wike, which I'm going to be showing you on the screen. I'm just loading that up for you to see. Now, Team Wike and Team Atiku, met in Port Harcourt to try and resolve their differences. Now, but I know that why they are trying to resolve their differences, PDP must do this very, very quickly. They must do this very, very quickly in order for them to stand a chance of winning the presidential election come 2023. But I know the demand of Team Wike is enormous, is huge. But I will say this, as it comes to political season, there's nothing that cannot be achieved. It's just about being able to come together and put a front face, show a front house, and let people know that whatever dispute or crisis that the public think the party is having has been resolved. And I believe as we get into 2023 election and presidential election, the party would have resolved their differences. And I also know that they met and certain issues has been resolved. I haven't said this, we would never can tell what might happen within the next 24 hours. If Wike and his team are actually saying that no, we want this and we want that, or this has not been done. This is the current political situation as regards to PDP, But the other issue as regards to PDP is the questioning of the issue. Recently, OBJ, which we all know, that's the former president of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo. This is really question the PDP zoning their ticket to the north rather than this SAT that was agreed on. This was actually questioned during the week. Obasanjo questioned the true PDP issue, why they have actually given Atiku the ticket rather than zoning it. We hope that PDP will trash their issue and this will be resolved. But that's the current situation as regards to PDP. We'll move on to other aspects of our discussion. As it comes, we will be discussing it if any issues from PDP arises. My quick take will be on the next one, which I'd like us to really deliberate on, is the current agricultural minister. I would like us to really look at him. Okay, now this is the agricultural minister who is showing on my screen. I'm going to put him back on as we take a look at him. So this is the current. Now, according to the agricultural minister, they said they have actually used 18.9 billion to clear grass. 18.9 billion. 18.9 billion to clear grass and to clear bushes. I want to ask, 18.9 billion is a colossal money, is a colossal amount to use in just clearing grass. What grass did they clear? Did they include the Sambisa forest? If not, we would like to know which grass did they clear with that huge amount of money. Because it is shocking that corruption in Nigeria has taken a different shape now, whereby every animal now has the sum they actually take. Every animal has the sum they take. Every animal, we heard that even termite ate a lot of billions. We heard that snakes swallowed trillions. We heard that elephant took away even a bank. These are stories that are coming up that even in undeveloped society should not be coming up. Not even to talk about developing or the developed world. Nigeria is turning the corruption into a mockery, whereby animal people are now preferring to turn themselves into an animal in order to have chances to steal or to loot money, as it may be. But this has to stop. This has to stop, whereby Nigerians should take accountability of every single penny that is being spent on either election or either construction or either on any form of project. Accountability must be the watchword of every elite, every political leader. They should be accountable to the people. And for agricultural minister to say categorically that 18.9 billion was used to clear bushes, and we see a Sambisa forest that has not even been touched. Where is the bush that was cleared? This, I believe, the Senate and the House of Rep should question the integrity of the minister in charge, and to also question people to bring them to book. And the aspect of people fainting when they are being questioned, this should not really be happening, because they're putting Nigeria in a state of mockery as it comes to the truth democratic practice of Nigeria. Having said this, I will want to move to the next topic on our agenda. Now, the next topic on the agenda is today is the APC. Why I'm moving at Wiki APC. That's the current topic on the agenda. APC. Now, currently, this is Aremutunde. This is okay. Now we have him here. Okay, this is Bola Ahmed Tinubu and OBJ, which is President Olusegun Obasanjo meeting in Abeokuta. Now, if you remember 2007, Bola Ahmed actually criticized Obasanjo that is the most corrupt, the most rigged leader in terms of electoral rigging, the most corrupt person in Nigeria. He actually criticized Obasanjo, downgraded him to all manner of wealth, insulting him and throwing shades to him. And come 2022 now, we are seeing Bola Ahmed Tinubu and OBJ meeting. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu went with dignitaries of the APC. We have Femi Bajabi was there. We have Otedola was also there. And we have other great APC members that went to Obasanjo. And I want to sincerely ask, from my own perspective, what is the motive? What is the motive behind Bola Ahmed Tinubu visit? One is a political season. If it wasn't that he is vying for the highest position in Nigeria, we wouldn't have seen even a chance of both of them sitting or laughing in this act, as it may be. I ask myself, would this meeting be a meeting to heal wounds, or is just a meeting for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to actually put his one foot forward as it comes to 2023? I know that they have had previous crises, they have had previous issues, and now that he's vying for the highest post in Nigeria, he is trying to make amends. And few of the issues that was discussed on the meeting, is currently surfacing, whereby Obasanjo said his position on how things stands. That was what part of the meeting is, and I believe it's just a strategy for Obasanjo to actually or a strategy for Tinubu to actually make Obasanjo to stand by him and give him his blessing as regards to 2023. Bear in mind that Obasanjo was an PDP presidential, was a president elected by through the PDP, and also he being a president was also the head of PDP when he was in power. And if you realize, Obasanjo has actually also criticized the current elect candidate of the People Democratic Party, Atiku. And when President Olusegun was a president, Atiku was the vice. And Obasanjo criticized Atiku that it was a mistake he made to have picked Atiku. And now that Atiku is the PDP flag bearer, I believe Obasanjo would not be supporting PDP, but it might just be leaning is this is my own observation. It might just be leaning to either the Labour Party or the APC as it may be. Also, as a quick, I'd like you to mute 1 minute and unmute and tell us your thought as regards to the current topic we have discussed.
Good evening, Mr. Host. What I see about Atiku and Obasanjo, you know, back in the days when Obasanjo was a president, he wanted to run for 3 tenure, as it is a father true. They wanted to amend the constitution, which the Senate refused it. Then the money that they're supposed to use in an election for that 3rd tenure, which their promise is that Atiku will be the next president. Because of the greed of the leaders, he said no, Atiku will not be the president. Then the money was in prison of Atiku. Then it now involved late Yaradua, Umaru Musa Yaradua, as involved late Umaru Musa Yaradua. He now told Atiku to refund the money. Atiku said, since you don't want me to rule as a president, you want to rule my political career, let me use this money myself. That's why Obasanjo came out boldly say, if he allow Atiku to rule as a president, that God will never forgive him. That Atiku is the most corrupt person. But also, so you can only remember Operation Feed the Nation, which is the Nigeria source. He also like the day of famine shall be satisfied. That is of that Operation Feed the Nation is for Nigeria reservoir. In case if there's any time of days of famine, Nigeria can easily benefit from there. But because he was not a president, he now took in auto his own pocket as a one man. You can see all these leaders, they are really greedy. Sorry for saying that they are really greedy. The only thing that they just need now, if you are fighting corruption, we will start from Obasanjo up to down forward. How can you imagine Yakata General Federation embezzle 800 billion and ASU Strike is looking for 13 billion naira? It's not that they are just negotiating, man. Government is now talking to Dangote for Dangote to release money to ASU Strike. Is Dangote the cause of ASU? It's not. The problem is just Nigeria. Look at this Kano State governor, the dollar pocketer. He said Buhari had the title to borrow money from eternity to eternity, which the World Bank already estimates the rate of Nigerians that each citizen and born citizen of Nigeria are owing a dam for the money that they did not eat. The money only a few people just share. Can you imagine they want to base somebody with that stole 800 billion naira? No guarantor, nothing. Nobody, that's okay. They just pay money and they let him go. It's unfair. They are just taking this country as if it's a banana republic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Osaze, for your thought on that. Just as you have said, it's high time that Nigeria elects and everyone vying for position should be held accountable, no matter who it may be. If currently, I'll just chip this in. If you observe the current or the former president of United States of America, Donald Trump, is still being probed just for classified document that was found in his abode. So if the current president of America is probing through FBI, the former president, nobody should be immune. Nobody should be immune, no matter who the person is, no matter whoever, whether be it the former governor, be it the former president of Nigeria, if they are vying for the highest position or any position in Nigeria, they should be held accountable. It is lack of accountability and lack of the will of the people to come to strong will of the people to say, yes, you must, no matter who you are, we will hold you accountable. Then you will see that corruption will never cease in Nigeria. Corruption will still be eating down to the fabric society of Nigeria. Having said this, I know that money are missing. We as individuals in Nigeria are trying our best to make sure that come 2023, the right person for this election, for the election wins the election. This is why the PVC is important. The PVC is very, very important. Please get your PVC. Tell your friends, family, and members to get their PVC to vote for the right candidate that they believe will move Nigeria forward as it comes to 2023. Your vote is very important, and I know your vote we definitely can. We're going to move on to the next topic as regards to our current discussion. Now, we're moving to the All Progressive Party, as it may be, APC. Now, the elders of the Yoruba elders and some APC loyalists are still campaigning that, as you can see on my display, they are still campaigning that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should drop Shettima. Let Shettima stand down. I don't know the position or the true position of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if he's going to battle pressure, to to either stepping down, but I don't see him doing this. Because it's a ticket strategy for him. Should he attempt to do this, his vote in the north would definitely suffer. I believe they're going to play down the tension. They'll play down the tension and just see how it plays out during the polling unit vote. I believe if he was to step down, then he will have issues from the north. But I believe Bola Ahmed Tinubu is taking a gamble. He is taking a gamble as regards to the South vote. He is taking a gamble, and I hope INEC will be ready to do the needful and minimize vote buying, minimize ringing, also be accountable. This is where INEC is going to play a huge part as regards to 2023 elections, so that Nigerians would actually rejoice as it comes to the choice of their candidate to lead the party and to lead Nigeria forward. Okay, I'm going to quickly bring in Mr. Egosa. Mr. Egosa, your thought on the current situation in Nigeria or across the discussion we have had. Mr. Egosa, please unmute yourself, please.
Good evening, everyone. So I want to make a contribution as it concerns the latest news where INEC said that they are going to manually collate results. I don't know if you are aware of this, and I can also say that that is where the APC are banking on. They are banking on rigging this election. They are bent on rigging this election, and that is their only strategy. They are aware of this, and they are also conniving and colluding with INEC to do this. So recently, I think just 2 days ago, INEC made this announcement that there's a difference between transmission of results electronically and collation of results manually. So they have chosen to collate the result manually, that according to their section 50 or subsection something, I can't remember, that they have the discretion to choose whatever means that they want to use to collate the results, and they have decided to do this manually. So I want to ask, what do you think is this if this is coming from INEC at this time? What do you think is the plan? What's the grand plan of APC to win this election?
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Egosa. My thought or my opinion as regards to INEC issuing the mode of which they feel is appropriate to collate result. Now, INEC is the body recognized to actually guarantee that the election is free and fair, and they are the body that is recognized to release credible result as it may be. Should they decide to use any medium to announce the result that is conducted by 2023, is solemnly left for them. But however, the people, the voters can actually do one thing. Before their vote leaves the polling unit, they must have recorded for themselves, taking pictures from themselves, the number of votes that is leaving the polling unit, the number of voter recorded, the number of rejection recorded, the number of the number of all results that was collated in that polling unit, so that wherever they are, or whichever mode they feel they want to use, will not be dubious. If they feel they want to transmit results from the polling unit, then the voters have actually had their own result on their hand, and when they take it to a collation center, it is that same result that was taken that will be the one that they will put in, because every eyes have witnessed it. I will say this: it is all left for every political party in Nigeria to have their representative officer in every polling unit, so that the election is free and fair from manipulation. And notwithstanding, we cannot rule out a little bit of election rigging in South Africa region, as it may also be Europe also experience a little bit of it. But how can this be reduced to minimum? We can only reduce it by genuine voters voting. And how can we reduce it? By people not selling their vote, come as it may be. The current president is of the APC, and whosoever that is the chairman of the INEC is placed there by the president, for either to work against or work for them. But we know how it has always been. They are there to work for the current and the ruling party. But what I want to assure Nigerians is, if they do not sell their votes, if they do not sell their PVC, the right person will definitely emerge the winner. It's a funny thing, and it's a game of numbers. Politics is a game of numbers. We hope come 2023, we have the right candidate to lead Nigeria out of this current quagmire. Osaze, if you're still raising up your hand, okay. Before I bring you in, Osaze, let me bring in Mr. George. Mr. George, unmute yourself, your thought on it, please. Is Mr. George? All right, Osaze, if you want to unmute yourself and your thought on it, or is your... Okay, before Mr. George...
The issue of coalition, the issue of coalition of results, I think it's a big strategy for the INEC. They want to use it against the masses, because that is their whole strategy. I can recall what happened in Edo State election between Godwin Olamase and Usage Izeyamu, which it was the handwork of Wike, which they installed a computer room in the government house. So all the old agents, they have these buttons, camera, because they wanted to ring the election right from Oron. Before INEC called the results, Wike already announced the results. So there was no need for them to ring the election. You can see the issue of vote buying, sir. let me say 75% of Nigeria, they are living under poverty. At that day, they are still going to buy votes because there are so many people that cannot even have a pot of soup on their house. When they give them 5,000 naira like this, they will say, okay, they will say they want to use that to feed themselves. We have seen a lot of headaches in this country because of the rate of poverty. Thank you, sir. That's my opinion, sir.
All right, Mr. George, let's quickly bring you, Mr. George, your take on it as regards to Mr. Egosa's question as regards to INEC coalition of result, the mode at which INEC wants to coalesce result. What do you see? Is it going to be to favor the APC or to favor Nigeria? Your thought on it, sir?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sasu. Like what Mr. Egosa have actually pointed out, you see, Nigeria will always be Nigeria, so to say. It's actually a strategy for them to rig this 2023 election. There is no doubt about it. It's strategy because they already know. APC, they are aware that this election is completely not going to be in their favor. So they are going to try as much as they can to employ different strategy to manipulate this election in their own favor. But it is not all about what the INEC chairman is saying or what APC as a party is saying, or Labour, or even PDP. When things like that comes up, the first place you want to run to is actually the Electoral Act. What is the provision of the Electoral Act? How did they say results should be collated? What is the position? I think it should be in section 50, subsection 2 of the Electoral Act of 2022. You get to see that it gave INEC the absolute discretion, I repeat, absolute discretion to determine the mode and procedure on how voting or how the election or how the result should be either transmitted. So you can see that is actually a loophole that was created in that particular election or in that particular Electoral Act to give way for them to manipulate the people of Nigeria. The truth remains that this election come 2023 is going to be tough. It's only God that can save the people from all these old Methuselah that have held the fabrics and then the loops and cranny of Nigeria to ransom. I pity the people of Nigeria. We just pray their eyes will be open, and at the end of the day, their vote we can't. But from this, INEC coming up to announce, of course, they are using their discretionary power, which the Electoral Act has actually given them to either transmit the result electronically or do their collation manually, as the case may be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. George, for your take on the question as asked by Mr. Egosa. I just want to kindly also put across as we wind up the show, the Labour Party, the person of Mr. Peter Obi is going across the nation, doing his own campaign, putting across his vision and mandate as it may be as regards to how Nigeria can move from consumption to production, how Nigeria can generate a mega electric city and also increase the wax in terms of production on. That's just the current situation as regards to the Labour Party. The movement is still on, and we hope come 2023, the right candidate will be in place. Notwithstanding the security challenge, please, I want to encourage everyone to be very, very vigilant, as you also know, even not just the masses now, even the elected are also being attacked. In Osun State, the First Lady was also attacked. The convoy hoodlum actually attacked the convoy of the First Lady of Fortune State. Until they start getting to the LS, they would not wake up. It's getting to them now. I will believe that the situation in terms of security will be addressed, and we will surely bring Nigeria back to the front of which it used to be as regards to African power. We believe that Nigeria will be great one more time. And I want to thank every one of us that has taken our time to be on this platform and to share their thoughts and share their own views as regards to Nigeria election, as regards to Nigeria security. Come 2023, we believe that the development is going to move further, we're going to grow as a nation, and we will grow the economy together. We can all do it together. We can all do it together. Please encourage everyone to get their PVC and encourage everyone to be vigilant. Please watch, and be vigilant. Thank you so much for taking our time to join me on this show, the OO Show. I remain your host, Osasu Owen. And I will say have a pleasant week and remain safe. God bless every one of you. Thank you so much for this time. And see you next week on the latest update as regards to Nigeria politics. Thank you so much and good night.